Do you want to learn more about peas? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Life of a Board Gamer. My name is Daniel, and today we are going to take a closer look at a game called Genotype, a Mendelian genetics game. It is basically a game where you will be breeding peas and crossbreeding peas, and you will learn more about peas. And I said peas like lots of time, but that's what game is all about. And you will learn more about peas than you learned ever by simple worker placement and some dice. So yeah, let's get down to the table. Let me show you what you get inside this box, and then we'll talk some more about it. Okay, let me show you what you get with the genotype. Now, be aware, some of the components in this game are Kickstarter exclusives. I don't know if they're exclusives or not, but some of them are Kickstarter stuff like metal coins, and so be aware if you are buying the regular version of the game, but still the regular version, because I have component for that, also looks absolutely great. I will show you the differences they are. So first of all, you get something that is not a rule book, but is the science behind the genotype, which explains you a little bit about the science behind the genotypes and all kinds of different things that you will be playing in this game and how the crossbreeding works. I guess I haven't read through all of it, but I definitely learned something from it, which is absolutely great. And then we have the rulebook, which at first looks really intimidating. This game looks really intimidating, but once you read it, it's like super easy game to understand, and then it's just up to you to figure out how to play the best. And each of the players will get one of these player sheets where you will be able to have your peas that you will try to grow, and over here you will be putting some dice that you will be drafting throughout the game. Dice are actually those genotypes that you are trying to cross off from these plants, so you can pull them out and put some new breeds in, stuff like that. And as you can see with the places with these little shovels, this means that you can put your worker here, so to use some extra dice that turn, because you are at first limited to only 3. You can of course buy yourself some more spaces, as within each of these games it is like that. So then what we have here is the board itself, and the board basically, the dice, depending what you roll on a dice. So for example, if you roll a 1, you will put it on this RR space, and those things are come in play. Once I show you the cards, you will see what they do. And basically all this shovel means that you can put your workers over here on these places, so you can collect some coins, and you can make sure that you will have the first pick on a first draft on picking some of these dice once they are rolled, once the pick the dice phase starts of the game. And over here you will be able to change these genotypes. So at the start of the game, all of these are like big G, little g, big F, little f, and then you can change to, say, for example, say big R and big R. That way the 1 and a 3 will always be a big R, contrary to just 1 now being big RR. So yeah, that's what you do over here. Over here you will be buying some upgrades, some assistance, some extra actions that you will have throughout the game, dice slots, new plots, so you can have more than 2 of the peas at the same time. That's very crucial, very important if you want to win. And over here you will be procuring some new cards, you will be drawing some new cards, and there is also space for tools. Tools will give you some extra stuff that you can do like super quickly. With 1 dice you can like make multiple things happen, and these are just those extra slots that you will be procuring. You will be keeping this beside your board, however many you get throughout the game. And on this side I keep everything. So this is like these are the components that you will be getting in the base game, and these are the components that you will be getting in the Kickstarter version if you have these more advanced things. So these are basically just like cardboard and wood, while over here we have metal coins, and these are not cardboard, but these are like wooden components also that are more thick, more you will be using these that are more tactile. So but basically all of this, if you even get a base version of the game, it's really nice components. And over here we have cards. So these are the cards that you will be these are the P's that you will be collecting throughout the game. And as you can see, let me just move a little bit closer to the camera. As you can see on them, you have like a big G, little g, big two little R's, which means you will be needing to draft different dice that are RR or big G, little g to cover off these spaces. And once you cover both of these, once you pull this plant out, you will get 6 points for it, and that's that. And then as you can see, the bigger points requires you more different dice to be drawn throughout the game, and there is a bunch of different combinations for this game, so the possibilities are endless. And of course you will be getting, as I mentioned, these tools. So for example, this flower pot is just some extra space that you can one time use to plant a pea. And there's also when the second shift starts, you will get 2 coins. You can plant, you can cover some of those that I just show you on the P cards, some of these traits that they have. So these genotypes you can cover with this one, or you can draw extra dice. You can do all kinds of different things, cover all of the same type with this pollen brush. So these are really nice, really powerful cards. And of course, as I mentioned, assistants. You can get these assistants to help you out, so they have some really nice abilities, so you really want to go for these guys. These guys can help you out a lot. Not mandatory, but they are really of a great help. And as I mentioned, of course, you get these wooden components. So what you do with these, as I already showed you, let me just quickly open the board again. As you can see, you have this this one is used for, let's say if I put it like so, then each time we roll a dice and the green goes with 1 or a 3 on it, it means it will be going in this first column with the, where is the double G, that GG is the big letter G, and if it was not here, the number 3 would be like big G, little g, and stuff like that. So you can Mendel with that a little bit to make dice work your way if you, I mean, you really want to do that. There's also a time marker over here, which looks really super cool. This is a Kickstarter version of the marker. And of course you get some of these leaves to cover on those cards. You will also get all kinds of different colors of shovels. These are your workers, sort of, that you will be placing on the board to take different actions. There is also, just to quickly mention, a deck for solo play that I plan on playing solo this game sometimes on my channel. And then we have these tokens that you can use to acquire some end game scores at the end of the game. Of course, there are metal coins, as I already mentioned, which look really nice. They're really nice silver metal coins that you can keep in this little handy dandy bag if you have a Kickstarter version. And of course you get these dice which have numbers 1 to 4, and they have like these two like joker spots, so you can use these as any type, but then you must then spend some other dice. So yeah, but basically that's everything that comes in the game of Genotype. So that was Genotype. And first thing first, when I got this game for a review, I mean, I took an interest in it because it had shiny dice, custom dice. I'm all the sucker for shiny custom dice, but also the theme looked weird and interesting. About some peas or something, and I was really not sure what it is all about. I had like vaguely understanding, and first thing when I opened the box, I always take a rule book and go through it, and I picked up this book that's not a rule book. This is basically a science behind the genotype, where they explain you how they were inspired by the science of some of the mechanics and how they do and how they try to incorporate stuff like that. Basically, they give you some nice sciencey stuff in here. And the thing is, when I started reading this, I was like completely bummed out. Oh my god, I don't understand a word how to play this game. I was so confused, and then I saw the real rulebook, and then it dawned me, oh, of course, this is just to explain you like what they were thinking, how they were inspired of creating this game. And I can't appreciate that more. So this game literally taught me some things about peas that I never knew, about genetics that I never knew, and I can only say thank you because I'm a little bit smarter now, and that's just absolutely fantastic. The game itself is a worker placement with some dice manipulation going on, and the way it works, it is absolutely astonishing. Even though some of people on this channel that show up on occasion, like Slaven, you know him, he completely did not get this game. So if you ask him, this game is not good. But if you ask me, this game is absolutely fantastic. I just adore how those things, how everything works. The game looks hard. It looks like something that is super complicated, something that your brain would probably explode if you try to figure out. But once you start playing, once you start going through the turns, and right after the first turn, you know what you are getting yourself into, and now you are starting to experiment with the different tactics and trying to see what can you do to change some of the outcomes of the dice, because you can Mendel with those dice in a really really nice way, changing their genotype. I think it's the correct wording. Don't take me for it, but yeah, manipulating those dice, trying to get as much money as you can, because money is tight in this game, but it can bring you so many great things. You can buy different upgrades, you can buy extra actions, so money is pretty important, but still it is really a rare commodity, and I like how the money is. And just all of these actions that you can do, getting these peas and trying to plant them, and of course you are always looking if you can get as much as you can of the same symbols, if you have some of these workers that you can acquire that will help you do all kinds of different things, and they are pretty powerful. You really want to go for them. Some of them can, like, you can put on all genotypes of the same type. You can cover all of them in one go. You don't have to use one by one dice to do that, which is absolutely fantastic. So all of that combined in one great game, it is just absolutely astonishing game. I love it so much. I didn't know what to expect. I went in it sort of blindly, and I came out rich for a little bit of knowledge about peas and genes and breeding and crossbreeding and whatnot. And in the meantime, I had fun playing the game. So yeah, an absolutely must from me. This is such a great game that you definitely at least need to try it. If you don't think it's for you, just try it and see if it's not for you, because I think you might change your mind. I did. I was not sure. I mean, I did. I didn't. I was kind of interested, but once I played it, I was like super interested, and I just want to play it more and more and more and more and more. Whew. So yeah, that's all the praise I can say about it. I really loved it. I loved every little aspect of it. All the worker placement, dice manipulation, all of these things combined work really solid. So yeah, that is that. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for spending time with me. And do please join me next time when I will be planting some plants in my garden and trying to be self-sustained. And until then, pozdrav. That's incredible. That's just incredible. And I know I'm don't talk. Okay, I don't talky 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 talky.